Hey guys, it's Lori. I'm having a craft day with my daughter today. My daughter Courtney's here and we got out all of my craft totes and I'm gonna get them organized. We kind of started doing it a little bit, but not very much. Anyways, I thought I'd show you what we were working on. I'm working on my baseball wreath and she's working on a wreath too. She decided to make one, so let me flip you around and show you what we got going on. Well, first I'll show you my giant mess back here. We got stuff sitting everywhere. Look at this. All my totes. Yeah, so all right, I got started here for my wreath so far, kind of show you a little bit as I go. And I'm using one of these wreath forms and from the Dollar Tree, and here's all my baseballs. I wanted to use the ones that are all used and dirty. That's the ones I wanted, especially if they have a little grass stain on them. That's the best ones. And I put screws in each one, and that's what's gonna attach it to this wreath frame with a piece of wire that I have cut. I got a piece of wire cut here, and here's the wire that I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna put some of this reindeer moss around it first. So I just got all the screws in and ready to go, and all the baseballs. So that's what I've got going on here right now. And we got my daughter Courtney over here. You want to tell them what you're working on?
My wreath.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right. She's just
trying to get this to stick. I've never made a wreath in my life, so it's new to me. But I like it. It's cute.
think it looks really pretty. I love the butterflies on there.
Yeah, I think it's cute.
Yeah. She just went through and found some stuff she wanted to use and put it together, right?
Yep. Pretty cool.
Okay guys, I had to change my shirt. Guess what? I got bubble gum on the back of my shirt somehow. What? I have no idea how that happened. Anyway, all the baseballs are on, and this is what the back looks like right now. Just like that. So we need to fill in with some of this moss. So let me just show you how I'm doing it. All right, I'm just gonna take my glue gun here and put a little bit of just a little line of glue right there, and stick a little moss on it. There's no glue there. That was kind of too much, but not a big deal. Okay, tell you what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna put my moss back here because the little stringies from the hot glue are getting in my moss. So the moss is pretty messy to work with, so you definitely want to put a tray down or something like that. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm really not completely sure. All right, so I have this part all glued on, and then once it's all glued on, you can come back through and like pull off any of the stringies from the glue that you need to pull off. And you know, if you see a piece hanging that you don't like, just, you know, take it off. It's not a big deal. And you can even take the scissors and trim if you want to, but I'm just gonna kind of shake it and have whatever loose stuff falls off, have it fall off real quick. And yeah, my baseballs are on there really sturdy, so I'm not worried about knocking those off. And yeah, this is a messy job, guys, so make sure you're prepared for a mess, because it is a mess. But personally, I think it's worth it because I really like the looks of it. So I'm gonna put a little bit more right here. It's kind of falling off as it's sitting here, so that's fine. Stick a little bit more on there and pull away whatever you don't want. It's really that easy. I mean, just make it your own. Okay, so now I've got the center the way I want it, and I'm gonna come around and do the outside pretty much the same way. And it might take a little more moss to kind of hide the, you know, the wire frame here. So I'm gonna get started on that, and I'll go ahead and do one right now and see how it turns out. Literally just shove it in there onto the glue. That's all you gotta do. And whatever's hanging down, don't worry about it. Let the glue dry first and then kind of pull off the bigger pieces as I'm doing it before the glue dries. You don't have to do it before the glue dries, but with some of this other stuff in the center, I didn't let the glue dry and the whole blob just came off. So it's like, yeah, just wait till the glue dries. It's a lot easier. And you got the stringies. Wait till the glue dries to take those off too, because sometimes it'll pull off a chunk of the moss. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of the outside and get back with you. Okay, so I have the outside of it done and the inside of it done with the moss. I actually took it outside and kind of bopped on it like this to kind of get all the loose stuff off. And I held it up and I can already see, like right in here, I can kind of see that wire frame. So I have used 3 bags of the moss and I have just a little bit left here. So I'm just gonna use what I have left and then kind of not worry about it too much after that. Just put the glue on the baseballs and stick some moss on there. I'm sorry, I know you can't really see what I'm doing because I'm not good at these tutorials, so yeah. And you got your stringy stuff, but I still have some stringy stuff on here that I'm gonna pull off, and I think I'm gonna call it good for now, but I do have an embellishment that I'm gonna put on this, and I will show you what that embellishment is when I get it finished, and I'll show you how I do the embellishment as well. But for now, this is the baseball wreath, and my fingers are grass stained. Let's say they're grass stained. So hopefully that comes off without much problem, but I am really, really happy with the way this turned out. There's 13 baseballs on this wreath, and I think it's a 12-inch frame, but I could be wrong. It's one of the Dollar Tree frames, so yeah, 13 baseballs, 3 bags of the moss, the reindeer moss, and some hot glue, and that's it so far. Unless you want to put like embellishments on it, this would probably be fine by itself, honestly. For like, you could actually put like some kind of centerpiece in the middle of this and just use it flat on a table like this. But okay guys, so for the embellishment for my wreath, I'm gonna use this sign from the Dollar Tree. It says family is forever, but that's okay. I'm not gonna use this side. I'm gonna use this side. The hanger's broken, not a big deal, because this line right here, I'm gonna cut this part off. And after I cut that part off, what's it gonna look like? Home plate. All right, here it is after I got it cut. You can see it's kind of a little, I don't know, jagged, rough. It's not perfectly straight. That's okay. I have this old nail file that's like coming apart a little bit and stuff. So I'm just gonna use this nail file and kind of sand it. And it's working. I've already started doing it. So I'm gonna get that done and I'm gonna get it painted and I'll be back. Here is the plaque that I cut the top off of it. It's not perfect at the top. That's okay. It's not gonna matter. You're not gonna be able to tell when I'm finished anyways. That's the side with the words on it. I went ahead and painted that side too, just in case anybody sees it. But this is what it's looking like right now. Kind of looks like home plate, right? I think so. But I painted it white. I think I have 2 or 3 coats on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this Waverly Antique Wax on here. This is my stir stick. The plastic knives out of the package that nobody ever uses, right? Well, I use them. I use them for stir sticks. I don't have a whole lot left in here, but that's okay. There'll be enough. And I'm just gonna, I don't know where these particular sponge brushes came from, but They're so cheap and they're so floppy. I don't like them very well at all, but I really just want to put some scuff marks on it. So I'm a little bit stuffy today. I'm not sure why, but I am. Let's see how this works out. Just put a few little scuff marks on home plate. I don't want to do the whole thing. And you just kind of wipe at it. Get it how you want it. Put some around the edges. I need to get just a little bit, some here on my pad. I just need a touch more. I don't want to get a whole bunch on there. Oh, see, now I got a whole bunch. That's all right. But yeah, I just want to kind of go around the edges. Kind of blot it, I guess. That works really well. There we go. Okay, so here are my letters that I'm going to be putting on home plate. I'm just putting a little bit of wax on these, this N and the B. Can you tell? I mean, you can kind of see it on there. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, well, it adds the perfect difference without making the letter brown. Just smear a little on there. Okay, see, now I'm happy with them. The next step is to put these on here. I was going to do his number, but I decided just to do the NB. So, yeah. That's our school, NBHS. I'm going to use this glue. I've never used this glue before, so I'm going to give it a try. And baby wipes. I always keep baby wipes handy when I'm doing something like this. You kind of wipe your fingertips off. If you get some glue on your fingers and you try to use a paper towel, it just sticks to the paper towel and it's a mess. But if you use a baby wipe, you're good to go. So, yeah. I love the directions on this glue. The directions are apply on surface, press pieces together. That's the directions. That just cracked me up. Okay, here's the sign. The glue works really well. To attach it to the frame of the wreath, I put in 2 of these little sawtooth hangers that I happen to have on hand. I have quite a few of those actually. And I'm just gonna attach it to the frame itself. Okay, this is where I want it. I'm gonna put the corners of this up underneath the frame on both sides right here. And I've placed these so that I can just wire it. I have a piece of wire right here that I'm going to cut in half, and I'm going to wire it right onto that frame. And I don't have my wire cutters handy, so since I'm being lazy, I'm just going to use my scissors, which isn't a great idea, but that's what I did, so there you go. I'm going to put it on 2 of these pieces of the frame. And I'm just going to kind of tuck the ends of that wire down so that it doesn't scratch anything or poke anybody. Hopefully, if it pokes anybody, it's probably going to be me. So, you know. All right, let's see. All right, I don't like the way it falls backwards, so let me see what I can do. I'll be back. So I took 2 more pieces of my wire and I put them up underneath the frame and attached them real good on both sides. Made sure they're pretty decent, kind of tight in there. And I'm gonna glue this thing to it because I don't want it flopping forward or backwards. So see if my glue gun's ready to go yet. Okay. started gluing before my gun was quite hot enough, so I'm just going to be very generous putting the glue right on the back here. So now if anybody sees the back, they're going to see this mess, but that's okay. I don't really think anybody's going to see the back. Ooh, that's a lot of glue right there. That's okay. I like to be sure. Oh my goodness. Let the glue set up, and then I will show you the final project. Here's the finished project. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so happy with this. Hayden, what do you think?
I like it. It's good.
It's good. It's awesome. I love it. Look at that home plate. Oh yeah. This is one heavy wreath. I'm going to have like a super heavy duty hanger on the back of this. So
Are those like game balls from Brendan or anything?
they are random baseballs that I found laying around, and some of them were from his games. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So yeah, guys, I am so happy with it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.